you watching the platform, and I'm tuning in live. Hey, follow me on Instagram at DJJoy334. You already know what's going on. Free my grandma. Hey, we on the platform. What's up? And you watching the platform, and I'm tuning in live. Hey, follow me on Instagram at DJJoy334. You already know what's going on. Free my grandma. Hey, we on the platform. What's up? And you watching the platform, and I'm tuning in live. Hey, follow me on Instagram at DJJoy334. You already know what's going on. Free my grandma. Hey, we on the platform. What's up?
What it do, man? It's your boy YunRo right now, man. You tuned in to Wake Up Montgomery, and to my right,
yeah, comedian Blueski Blue, and to my left, right here in the middle is
that's my dog. Yeah, man. We sorry for keeping y'all so late. We had a little technical difficulties going on, but we in here now, so you know how we do each and every show. We get straight to it, and so like I said, today we got Charles. That's my dog, Junior. And we're going to get straight into it today, man. So, Charles, first question out the top, man. What I definitely want to know is, what are we going to do to stop the violence in the city?
Man, I think it's just really take everybody kind of really taking on the leadership role. I don't think it's like one in particular person problem. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's the mayor problem. I don't think it's the police problem. I don't think it's that's my child problem. I don't think it's the YMCA problem. I think it's everybody problem. So everybody got to really hold some accountability. You know what I'm saying? Like grown men, it's time for us to act like grown men. You know what I'm saying? Roll our sleeves up and really start mentoring. You know what I'm saying? Right? Really getting involved individually. And first, our own kids' life. You know what I'm saying? Make sure our kids ain't the one out here murdering. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, let's get involved in somebody else's life. You know what I'm saying? Let's make a difference. And so I don't know. I definitely don't got the answer. Like this is the boom. This would it take to stop all the murders. But I think it'll put a healing to some. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if we could just slow it down to where maybe it's at least 50% less. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a start, and that's what it take. I think it take everybody. I think it take everybody kind of just doing a little work.
Yeah. My question is for the good people of Montgomery. Give them a background of who you is, where you're from, what you do, what school you went to. What high school you went to?
So I went to Lee High School, you know what I'm saying? General. But don't worry, because I ain't graduated from it, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't like I graduated, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I spent my time, you know what I'm saying? I spent my time at Lee High School. Like I went there 10th grade year. Right. I ended up getting kicked out my 11th grade year, having to go to a school called Project Upward. It was a boot camp school. Okay. Then I came back my 12th grade year, and they told me none of my credits would count. So I ended up dropping out of high school at my first day of my 12th grade year. So.
Story of my life.
Let these good folks know what you do, man. You know.
Yeah, man. So my name is Charles. Like y'all know, I founder That's My Dog. Y'all know about them hot dogs, so don't even act like y'all don't know. But we also have a youth organization. Now, our youth organization is called That's My Child, and our mission is to mentor the youth through arts, education, entrepreneurship, and workforce development. So those are our 4 key components as far as what we do to develop youth. Primarily, what we try to do is get kids to work. We feel like that's a good topic of getting them out the streets, you know what I'm saying, by putting them to work. A lot of students, you know, they try to find, like, you know, how can I get this money? Right. And a lot of times it end up in results of bad altercations like dice games, you know what I'm saying? How many dice games y'all rolled up on that ended well, you know what I'm saying? No. But a lot of them hit them dice games trying to luck out. Or maybe pulling the lick, breaking in the house or whatever, or selling dope, and that calls for haters and they try to rob you. So if we could just get you at 14 and 15 years old to work, I feel like that'll break some of this generational poverty. Because if I say, look, we on the block, and I'm like, hey, bro, I'm like, man, you know, man, hey, let's go pull this lick. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, I got to be working at 4 o'clock. Right. Like, do you need a job? Like, I know some people that's hiring, you know what I'm saying? And I think that changed, that changed the narrative in the community, you know what I'm saying? Like, if a lot of these young brothers start working, start getting these little jobs at Chick-fil-A or That's My Dog Jr. and stuff like that at 14 and 15 years old, I think it could change the whole community, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Definitely change that household because that single parent, that single mom, now she don't have to worry about how I'm going to get these Jordans, how I'm going to get this iPhone 11. Right. Nah, bro, if that's what you want, you need these many hours on the clock, you know what I'm saying?
That's exactly.
That way some accountability can be held both ways.
So, absolutely, I definitely agree with everything you're saying. Absolutely. So you definitely work heavily with the teens in the city, right? So just talking to the teens in the city, what are the mindset of these teens that you work with?
Man, one thing I would say, because all of them different, man. But I think one thing that I feel like I could say is this generation seems hopeless. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just say hopeless because a lot of times, man, if you ask just the typical teenager, like, bro, what you want to do? Bro, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I'm just surviving the day. Right. And that's what causes hopelessness because if you don't have anything to hope for, you don't care about crashing out, killing somebody, or making a bad decision at the split of a moment. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't got no aspiration, you don't got no dreams. But if somebody work with you, be like, bro, what you want to become? Be like, well, I don't know. Well, what you like doing? Well, bro, I like playing video games. Okay. Well, look, let's work on you being able to create the next best game. You know what I'm saying? Or let's involve you becoming a YouTuber. You can make some good money doing it if you really good at playing the game. So maybe they can watch you playing the game. So now your mind trigger like, oh, maybe I can do that. So now that gives you a little hope. Now it gives you something to work towards. And so instead of me trying to rise somebody, instead of me out here doing dumb stuff or hanging out with people don't call me no good, now I'm focused in my mind like, who can I hang with that can teach me about the video game world? You know what I'm saying? Who can I hang with that teach me about the YouTube world? And so I think that's, if I had to explain anything, just hopelessness, man. I see a lot of young guys, I mean, they partners get killed, like they get killed, and they ain't like how we would mourn. We crying like, oh my God! Yeah. They like, RIP, I'm gonna put you on the shirt, long live, and then you out the way. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly how it is.
They ain't emotionally attached like we used to be. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, they became numb to, you know what I'm saying?
It ain't no more love.
It ain't no more love. Yeah, man.
So let me ask you this, right? You got 2 businesses. That's My Dog and That's My Dog Jr.
Right.
You ain't bring no hot dogs for us.
Dang, man. Dang.
My brother was hungry when I rolled down. You know, I had to speed down here because I run a little late, but, you know, I ain't had time to stop by Crystal's. you could have had 2 hot dogs,
Dang, see.
sauerkraut, and some mustard.
That man stay hungry
Every time, bro. I don't know what
But
it
you
is.
know what? You right though. That's the least I could have did for the show. Just bring. That would have been advertising for me. Would have been up there eating some delicious hot dogs. You know what I'm saying? So that right. You know what I'm saying? Like that right. Next time though, see that, but see, y'all got next time y'all be like, Charles, come on out, you know what I'm saying? Cause see, I usually charge for stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? I'm just playing. But see, yeah, I hot dog, you know what I'm saying? We
There's
could
definitely good vibes going on there, man. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep it going. So another question is, man, I remember I had a chance to work with you during the Love Rally back in July.
Okay.
That was a big power movement. I really love the atmosphere. I love how everybody came together with the camaraderie. You know, it was really, really good. Like, give me the mindset that you had. What made you want to throw that?
So I guess it's just a collaboration of, just kind of everybody involved. But we had a meeting, at the city or whatever, and it really just kind of involved that how do we bring love back? It's just so much discord, just so much, Republican against Democrat, white versus black, just so much craziness or whatever. We was just like, bro, a lot of people, I mean, those things, they real issues, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Definitely need to be talked about. But in anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Christian, you know what I'm saying? And I believe in love, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
As I look through the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Like, if people came up to even Jesus, you know what I'm saying? They like, lawyers, the people that really practice law, you know what I'm saying? Like, they that's where they come from. Like, the law of the Old Testament. These folks come up and say, Jesus, like, what commandment should you say keep? Right. He's like, bro, love. Hey, love God, you know what I'm saying, with all your mind, body, and soul, and then love your neighbor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's something, a commandment. That wasn't something he's just saying, look, this would be cool if you do. That was a commandment.
That was on stone.
Right, that was on stone. That was a commandment. He's like, bro, he's like, this, what I need you to do is love your neighbor. And he didn't just say love the people that look like you neither. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He didn't just say love the people that believe what you believe neither. You know what I'm saying? Right. He just said love them. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that's a key component. You know what I'm saying? It's just love.
So let me ask you this, man. So you probably gave me the same answer I got in my head.
Okay.
After watching this presidential debate last night, what do you think how they went down? Because in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, Donald Trump had the opportunity to squash everything by saying one statement. Didn't even say it. He kind of watered it down a little bit. He was like, hey, stop and whatever. When he could have just said, man, just stop everything.
That would see somebody smart would have did that. Right. Somebody smart would have just said, you know what? I'm shooting down every group that's about hate.
Right.
That way you the one. Everybody the one.
That's what everybody was looking for.
Right. I mean that's presidential. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like for him, I know it's hard for him to do that because he used to being that kind of I Trump on you. You know what I'm saying? Like your mama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like your mama is a supremacist. Your mama is the Antifa. Like. A more of approach because to me it's just like I want feeling good at all because a lot of people I know it's entertainment but for me I'm looking like this is our future. This is the future of the country that we live in. So we got to take it more,
Next 4 years.
But we really got to make sure that we really do encourage people to go out and vote because a lot of people they'll talk about it. As many people shared the debate, talked about it, but if they vote. We'll be talking about something, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody talking about it, everybody sharing it, retweeting it, hashtagging. Right. But if they vote, now that's powerful. Right. That's powerful. Right. That says more than anything that you could ever come out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Right. So.
And my thing about the whole thing, I feel like with Biden, I feel like he getting bullied, man. I feel like Trump just bullying him, and he cool and calm and collect with it. But if it was one of us, and he said something about my son. And my son passed.
But you got to remember also that Biden got to play his part. You know what I'm saying? He got to stay image. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I want a president that can have composure. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who can operate under pressure. Right. That's my whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Biden held himself the way he should have held himself. He didn't get irate or anything like that.
I feel like at the point that we in now, America needs somebody to take charge. Not like Trump. Because don't nobody like Trump. But we need that president that's going to be like, okay, this need to happen, this need to happen, this need to happen. Instead of being like, okay, well, being all cool and stuff. Yeah, I go over there. Y'all do that.
I feel like he kind of, he kind of made him like, hey, what he had to say was, this man a liar.
That's
He
it.
had to say.
I feel like Biden could have did a lot better articulating like shots. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like I think
right.
I could, and then I feel like because they both old. I mean older, older.
I was just
But they both kind of up there. So just like what I'm saying, between Trump like doing all that, and then Biden kind of stuttering like over the words and stuff. It was too much for me. You know what I'm saying? It really looked like some old guys really like on a playground.
Right.
Like, boy, you a clown. You know what I'm saying? Like, but your son. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, bro, what's going on?
Right.
And these potential presidents.
Right.
But we got to tell our young people, hey, look, bro, stop this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got to get together in unity. But it's just already seemed like we in a country that's already divided. Like before we even came here, you got to be a Republican or a Democrat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then people, even my Republican friends, they be like, well, Charles, how do you feel as a Democrat? How you know I'm a Democrat? Because I'm black.
Hey, ooh, man.
Like, so I'm like, because to be honest, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I'm not nothing until you tell me what you're talking about. I just can't just roll with just the party. I gotta, what you talking about?
I gotta see what you offer.
Right, what you talking about? Because you know what I'm saying? Some stuff I feel like I'm liberal about. Some stuff I'm conservative about. You know what I'm saying?
That's something that Doug Singleton touched on last week too. He said he done always just vote Republican and all that. That's what I liked about it, because the fact that he actually wants to see what they're talking about. That I can back somebody up. Like,
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right,
So that's
right.
what I feel like a lot of people need to do, instead of and just throw away this whole Republican and Democrat and all that stuff.
I think what we fail to realize is these people jobs. Republican, like the people at the top level. See, we get dumb into fighting like like that's our job. No, I'm Republican. Them liberals or no them. Bro, that ain't our job. Right. We are Americans. Like that's what I mean. We African Americans, but we Americans. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that is upon on a big level. Like even from the president, he gets paid. That's a salary. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I get paid to represent. That's my child. Of course, I'm gonna try to bring you this way and just try to help you think my way. But I think for us to already be on that level, it's like, bro, these are their jobs. But they probably get together after work, drink together, hang together, be together, while we still in the streets. And it's not our job, and we fighting for it. You know what I'm saying? Right. They know how to get together in their little room, put bills on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Probably fight about it at work, but afterwards they're like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Right. And they getting paid lots of money to do that. We still have a job that we got to go work to, and we still fight like we getting paid like them. At the end of the day, all them they getting all paid from the same pot of money. You know what I'm saying? The land of politics. You know what I'm saying? However that work. But I feel like we got to make sure that we are setting a good example. You know what I'm saying? Even when the top leaders up here arguing and they can't seem to get it together, we still got to show our community at the end of the day how to get it together. You know what I'm saying? So it takes everyday strong brothers like us. I heard somebody even say today, like, in order for this country to get better, it ain't gonna come from the top down. It's gonna come from the bottom up. Like, it's going to take ground roots to be like, okay, this is how we set examples. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it might even start off with the voting. Like, maybe he's drawing out people instead of us doing a lot of stuff that really don't matter. We really rally behind this voting. If we're doing concerts, make sure that we trying to rally around some votes where we get voter registration. I don't care who we bring in. We can bring in a big act, but let's make sure we rally around voter registration. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that people are they know how to vote. Right. There's so many dope boys in the neighborhood that don't even know how to vote.
Yeah.
And they could be valuable, you know what I'm saying? But you know what we not doing? We not teaching them. We thinking we got it together, but we ain't going back and tell the average dope boy and say, look, bro, let me tell you about voting, you know what I'm saying? Or let me show you about what I know, you know what I'm saying?
Let me even show you how to feel this battle out.
Yeah, bro. That's important, man. And that a lot of that ain't going on. And that's why we losing, you know what I'm saying? Because the average dope boy, they seen it on Facebook and Twitter about the debate, but they don't know how to vote. You know what I'm saying? So that's our job, though. We gotta make sure that we intentionally going out, making sure those young guys, they know how to vote. They know what it's about. They know that they qualify to vote. You know what I'm saying?
I want to ask your take on something. A post that I seen from Daniel from Big Pimp from Dirty Boys that he did on last week. His status said that Caucasians, when they go out and buy firearms, they buy it to protect themselves from us. When we go out and buy firearms, we buy it to protect ourselves from us.
I saw that.
I want that's something that's real. That's real. That's real.
That's very
so,
real.
I want to know. I'm gonna ask both of y'all. What's y'all take on that?
If you need me to go first, I can, because I got you.
I feel like, we supposed to be getting the firearms to protect our household. It's like we getting the firearms to kill each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like America has, you know what I'm saying, a problem with violence already, but the black community has a problem with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got a war within ourselves. You know, we already got a war trying to, you know what I'm saying, extend the black race, but if you get in the black race, it's a war within the black race. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, we at war with each other. So it's a bigger war with us compared to the war that's outside our door. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we don't even need firearms, really, because I ain't had a firearm in about 15 years. But I got these hands though. You know what I'm saying? That's what they feel. That's what they fail to realize. Like, man, what happened to fighting? Like, you get beat up back in the day, you shake hands, go get some Kool-Aid, and that's it. You live to see another day. But nowadays, you get in a fight or altercation, you shoot them, and then you don't think about what you just did. Now the consequences is you're going to jail, going to prison. Your life messed up just like you killed his life. It took his life. So both of y'all lives are messed up. So I feel like guns shouldn't be nowhere in the mix, no way. You know what I'm
So
saying?
I love this question, man. So I got a question for y'all. Have either one of y'all ever read the Willie Lynch letter? All right, so anybody that's ever my friend, you got to read that. So that's what's going to be our homework tonight. Go back and read that Willie Lynch letter.
I'm with it.
Yeah, because it is profound. It will let you know exactly what's going on today. Okay. And so if you read that letter, it was pretty much like when slavery was about to be abolished. They went over and got a guy named Willie Lynch from the West Indies. And he pretty much kind of told them how to keep their slaves, but instead of physical slaves, how to keep them mentally enslaved. You know what I'm saying? And he told me, he's like, if y'all follow this plan, not only will y'all kids have kids, they kids that have mental slaves. You know what I'm saying? And so the fact that we killing each other is not that it's just by coincidence. It's very strategic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a breakdown. So there's no way that you could see anywhere y'all go from Chicago to Maine, Miami, New York, and everywhere in between, there'll be a little place called the Projects.
Yep.
And it'll be filled with blacks. But the way he even talked about how to do that, he said, first you separate these families. They're too strong together, right? So you separate the man from the woman, right? And so what you do is, they said, stop killing your niggas. He said, beat them and make sure that they are not disrespecting no more about everybody in their community, especially their wives. So you lock them up, beat them and embarrass them, right? And so when they're gone, when they sneak away, what we'll do is we'll give her everything. We'll give her free housing, free food, free everything, whatever she needs, right? So she'll think that she's independent, but we'll really be her daddy, right? And so, but we can all put them in a box, right? So we can give them TV shows like BET. Well, it don't teach them about how to be entrepreneurs. It can teach you how to be the nigga I want you to be. So all I have on there is killing. I have on there, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we learn to kill each other. You know, our music, our entertainers, we get paid for, nigga, I'll shoot you, blase, blase. And now that's what we get in the car and listen to, and that's our motivation, opposed to like, I'll go out and vote or I'll start a business. You know what I'm saying? Because now that's how we are mentally enslaved.
Wow.
We're mentally enslaved by those things. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't coincidence. 40 years ago we marching together like, hey, let's vote or whatever. 50 years ago, and now we killing each other and we are our worst own enemy. But it's not by a coincidence. This was strategic. And so our only way of getting out of this is strategic as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, same way we get in, same way we get out.
Same way we get in, same way we get out. That same plan that got us in here, now we got to build us a plan to backtrack.
Right,
we got to build a plan to bring love back into our communities. You know what I'm saying? Like, that got to be our focus. Yeah. And it takes people that ain't cowards.
Right.
Yeah.
Some of the people scared of going to these communities, man. These boys might rob me, man. So many people scared, you know what I'm saying? But I remember I went in a meeting with the Grats. You know, Rosa Parks passed or whatever. And he said something so awesome. He was like, man, when Rosa Parks brought us, when Martin Luther King brought us all in this church, he was like, look, man, I want to let y'all know some of y'all going to die behind this. And if this ain't for you, you can leave now.
But he kept it real with him.
Yeah, man. But them folks had hard back in the days. Because they had to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But a lot of us, man, we really just kind of sit back and we post about the problem. We go on Montgomery Uncut. We post it, boom, boom, boom. But when it come down to helping mentor somebody, look, I don't got time, you know what I'm saying? Or when it come down to helping somebody, it's like, I don't got time for that, but I do got a lot of time to be posting. I can post like, boy, you ain't hitting no nothing, or, you know.
Right. At the same time you use a post, you do the same time to help.
Right.
Our generation is so prone to this right here. I'm going to film this. I'm going to film this. And that's what, at that time when you filming, you could have called 911.
Oh, yeah.
You could have called help. You could have did something. You could have stepped in and tried to intervene and everything. But like you said, we're raising a generation of cowards now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't say the young people cowards. They just unaware. it's us grown people that's cowards. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see these young people, they need help, and we probably got a little help that we could give them, but we're like, man, I ain't got time. That knucklehead, man, he ended up robbing and shooting me. You know, and I think that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's to organizations like That's My Child or somebody else. Now we all trying to do all the work. When really, if everybody just did a little bit, like if you just picked up a mentor, you just picked up a mentee or whatever, if everybody just did a little bit, now it's easier. Because all the weight ain't on just one person that feel like, man, I gotta want to see a change. You know, just like what you trying to do now. If you can get more people to buy into it, man, I just like Nipsey, man.
My dog.
Nipsey trying to do so much, bro, but Nipsey only get respect when he dead.
Right.
Yeah. Now everybody, let's ride Nipsey. Just imagine how successful he could have been if y'all was on the wave when he was alive.
That's right.
And bought into what he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why people like, bro, Charles, man, you remind me a lot like Nip. No, I ain't trying to be Nip. Right. I ain't trying to be respected when I'm dead. Yeah, bro. I'm trying to get you involved now. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on to the table now. Let's get involved now. That way we could probably prevent me from getting killed. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of these guys, man, you know, they have the right heart on wanting to change and want to do a lot of change in the community and all. But like I said, they do a lot of talk, and some of them in it just for the clout. They want the attention, and we can't have people like that that's trying to lead a bunch of people, especially who lost. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So we gotta do something to kill all of that, man. And all we need brothers like yourself, Blueski. No, we need people who trying to do something positive in the community. Like you said, who not scared to go into these communities and all. And I'm from the West Side.
Right.
I'm Washington Bar. You know what I mean? I've seen it. I'm not scared to go into these different communities and talk to these people. I've been out there doing all that stuff.
Right.
And so now. Is at a point now where we got to get strong brothers and bring masculinity back in the city.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think man, to be honest, like, and that's only just because there's so many different ways that you could look at it. But I think more than anything, dog, I think I'm a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think more than anything, I feel like I love God. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, so when I boil down to anything, I try to look at, and it's like for me, bro, what I try to do with these young people, man. Because sometimes it can seem so overwhelming. Trying to take a young person out of their situation for 2 hours and then you go back into their neighborhood and see what all they got to face. Like, I'm trying to show you the best way, but when you go back to your neighborhood, it ain't nothing but shooting, violence, hustling, dice games, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, God, how can I change somebody in 2 hours? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I make an impact if this is what they face majority of the day? You know what God said? Bro, you can't even change yourself. You know what I'm saying? He like, bro, you can't even change you. You got stuff that you wrestling with that you trying not to wrestle with. You know what I'm saying? What you do is you connect them to me, right? You serve as an introduction to me, right? And if you could bring them to me, then I'm the changer. I can change them. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely made my job a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? So what I try to do is, man, the people that's around me, man, I try to be a reflection. You know, and sometimes I'm not always a good reflection. I don't want to act like, because I could be the worst sinner ever. I want y'all to be like, this boy saved, sanctified, filled the Holy Ghost. That is not the case, bro. I got so many flaws, you know what I'm saying? But I do love God. You know what I'm saying? And I know that if I could definitely do a good job at connecting young people, because he's the changer. You know what I'm saying? I can't change myself. I can't change you. I can't change him. But I can connect you to the changer.
Right. All you got to do is lead him up there.
You know what I'm saying? And then he do the work. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely take the burden off, and it's a lot easier that way.
Man, let me ask you a left field question. I don't know if you finna ask a question or not.
Go ahead.
The Breonna Taylor case. The Attorney General. I forgot his name, but he's black.
Right.
What do you think about him? Because I got my opinion about it. I'm going to ask you after you get done. But what's your opinion about the black Attorney General who actually went against his race with his decision?
So to be honest with you, you know, I love to hear y'all opinions first, and only because I haven't seen all the facts, you know. Okay. And see, to me, the whole thing I feel is messed up. So at the end of the day, I ain't for that whole situation, right? You know what I'm saying? And so, but I know probably, you know, and so I love to hear y'all thoughts, because I don't like to speak on a lot of stuff that I ain't really did, you know, my facts on and stuff like that, you know, and so I really ain't, you know, I really been facing my own little trauma in my own neighborhood, so I really haven't been able to dial so closely, you know what I'm saying? But I got students going through stuff right now, so I'm really focusing on the issues right in my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? But I love to hear what y'all think, though.
Man, you know, just like you, I don't know all the facts on it, so I can speak very little on it, you know what I mean? I do personally feel that, you know, just as an African-American man in that position, I feel like at the end of the day, we not looking at the fact of that's his job.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
he has a family at home who he has to take care of. So regardless of the verdict, which I don't agree with the verdict. Honestly, that's just my personal opinion. Right. But I do feel like he had to do his job, and he went through all the motions of everything to get to that point. So we cannot put all the blame on him. You know what I mean? So, but that's all I can really say about it because I don't know all the full facts on it.
My opinion is the fact that, like you said, he does have a job to do, and he did go through all the motions, but he skipped a step. He skipped one step. He didn't go through he went through all the motion, like you said, but at the same time, when it came to the decision, and when the family took the $12 million that they gave him, right then, everybody should know, okay, if they take this $12 million, these officers gonna walk. Sure enough, that's what happened. They charged one officer, man, like, I think it was like 3-4 years. Everybody else walked. Family got $12 million. Breonna Taylor unfortunately died. Case closed. My thing is this. I feel like with him being a black male, he should have took the time to actually read over the case and investigate and look over everything like y'all just said. He didn't do that. He just skimmed through it. Okay, cool.
But you can't say he did that. You can't agree with me and say he went through the motions and then say he just skimmed over.
It seemed like he skimmed through it because once he saw on the paper they took the $12 million, okay, cool. They good.
But I think
that's how I
think for me, I don't know. That's why I say, because I know him being a black man, I'm sure, he probably definitely did do his due diligence. But at the end of the day, he definitely got to follow the law, whatever the law is, so he could keep his job and be able to. And so I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't really been studying, but I know what Facebook say, you know what I'm saying? And everybody got different opinions, you know what I'm saying? But I don't really know what he went through, you know what I'm saying? But like for me, I'm like, bruh, we so far behind on everybody else. You might as well just go ahead. If you got the opportunity to look, no, I'm just playing. But I'm saying though, look. So I'm sure that's how a lot of people felt. But I don't know. A lot of people was mad. But then they like, well, people gonna see these $12 million and be like, okay, they're gonna make them not want to riot again. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make them not want to tell the city up.
But when they took the $12 million, do you think that's what black people are worth? Like when one black person gets shot, you can just offer money and everything just.
No, of course.
Because I don't think no other black people got that. So you know what I'm saying. I definitely don't think that's But I do feel like it's gonna have to be more stuff and as the family. Right. Shoot, they got $12 million. They can fight more. You know what I'm saying? Like
they necessarily didn't get $12 million because you got to think about taxes.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about in general.
Oh yeah,
because we can't. As for the family, that's why even speaking on death.
Yeah, they do have right to
and then they can keep fighting to everybody. All those officers are locked up. You know what I'm saying? And that could be something that's where they feel like they want to go. We ride with them with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, but just speaking on, I really don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like all the facts at all. So
with the Breonna Taylor case, how can we take precautions for that not to happen in Montgomery?
It already has happened in Montgomery.
It does. It has happened, but for a male, this is for a female perspective.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why.
Unfortunately, we had Gregory Gunn that got gunned down, and the person that shot him, he out now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the Breonna Taylor case, we don't want that to happen in Montgomery. So what steps we need to take for that to not happen to a female in Montgomery?
Well, I think that no-knock warrant, I don't think we have that here in Montgomery. I could not be correct, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's already a setup for failure.
Right.
No-knock warrant. This time, bruh, if you think I am a trapper, you know what happens when y'all bust in a trapper house, right?
You're going to shoot. That's
exactly what happened.
But a no-knock warrant sounds like a setup anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't even get that part already. So you missed me when you said no-knock warrant. That's already like loopholes that's in there to do crazy stuff like this. And so that's what I'm saying. Even that black judge, that's what he facing. He facing stuff like a no-knock warrant.
Right.
I got, you know what I'm saying? So that's for me. I know he looking at all this stuff like, how do I get something? Because they probably ain't want nobody. After that 12 minutes, they probably like everybody to walk free.
Right.
He like, nah, I probably got to get something. You know what I'm saying? And he probably telling the family something else too. Like, look, and in order to do this, that, and the third, because it's just so much he could do just on one side of the law. You know what I'm saying? Because even if he say, I'm gonna send us all these guys, and then they already know their escape route that's built in the law. Whenever they hit that, now not only do they appeal him, but now they can try to fight for his job, saying, "Bro, you only did that because you was black, she was black." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's ways that you got to just make sure that, okay, how do I do the right thing? How do I get justice? You know what I'm saying, for whatever without. And so, like I said, I don't really know all the facts because I don't even like speaking on people's families or situations. I don't know because I know that if that was my son, I don't really want people speaking on facts and you don't know the facts. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing I know is a little stuff that I seen on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. And it's hard to really make a good decision on that. But, R.I.P. Breonna Taylor.
Right. So, all right, here's another question. All right, with the upcoming fair that's going to happen, what are your opinions on how law enforcement should handle the teens?
So
That's a good question.
So I know you judging this from like what happened with the fair or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's totally two different things, you know what I'm saying? So the fair brings big money, you know what I'm saying? It's ran by the Kiwanis Club, so that brings millions of dollars to the city, you know what I'm saying? Opposed to this private owner bringing probably a couple hundred, you know what I'm saying? 100,000 at the most, Right. This thing bringing millions, and so, MPD, they hiring new officers right now just for the fair, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know what I'm saying? Because this can't slip under your belt, you know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing about it is, they can't prevent what happens in that parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Because they wanted them and patting them down right there. But if somebody get murked in the parking lot or shot in the parking lot, it still happened at the fair. You know what I'm saying? So y'all really got to be doing a good job checking cars and everything. However you got to up because it ain't like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? And if your city at a place where we about to reach our highest number of murders since before 2013. You got to really make sure that you put some different precautions in place. Right. This ain't the same fair it was 2 years ago. No, people weren't killing. People weren't upset like they was 2 years ago. Right. So as the police, department or whatever, they got to already know that too and make sure they get more officers, make sure they get, the fair secure. But usually I see fair, last fair, police was deep out there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the time that people in the community could do whatever they want to do because all the officers at the fair. You know what I'm saying? So we probably need to cut that. Probably engage some criminals' ideas. Back that up. Let's cut that one.
But, and not to put a negative light on the fair, nothing at all, because the fair does have tight security also. But I want to go back to the homicide of Schoolboy and Bambino Gold that happened at the fair. What precautions do you feel like could have happened inside of that moment and all? Cameras should have been in the parking lot. Something has happened. I heard that now that the Garrett Coliseum now is no longer owned by the state, but it's owned by the city now. And so I
ain't know that.
Yeah. So how do you feel about them tightening up security and all?
I feel like it's going to be in their best interest to do whatever they need to do so stuff like that don't happen because it's a reflection. That's probably why they don't own it no more because of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that do go down where, after big incidents like that happen, you know what I'm saying? You got to kind of fall back and kind of evaluate the situation and grow. Anything can happen, you know what I'm saying? Somebody can run up in right now and shoot, you know what I'm saying? But we got to grow from that, you know what I'm saying? Can't catch us slipping on the same thing again, you know what I'm saying? And so that's just kind of the precautions I feel like they got to take. If they see somebody got abducted, you know what I'm saying, at the fair, how do you not, you know what I'm saying? How do you not make that happen or whatever? And so I don't know because I ain't in law enforcement, man, and even in the schoolie case in Bama, I don't even want to speak on that too much because I don't even know the facts, you know what I'm saying? I just know it's a sad situation, you know what I'm saying? And, R.I.P. Schoolie and Bambino, man. But
my condolences to the family. I'm very cool with both of them. So
from my perspective, I feel like, and this is a comedian perspective, I feel like they don't fight all year until they get to the fair. They don't fight none January through whatever, and then when October come, it's on at the fair. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, man, y'all ain't fight all year.
Honestly, man, it has been 1 or 2 fights going every year.
Every year. It's like they wait all year until October. Y'all done seen each other about 9 times, but when you see them one time at the fair,
you squad up. You with your people at the fair. Man. You with your people at the fair. You deep at the fair, so you might have seen a one-on-one, but people ain't on that no more. One-on-one. Right? Yeah,
clique versus clique.
Yeah, when you got your entourage, then it is kind of. But I just hope, man, I really do pray that we can have, act like we got some sense or whatever, I hope MPD really is on their job, whatever so people can be safe, because people do want to go out, man, and enjoy the fair. Right. I have a lot of my families in the neighborhood, like, bro, I ain't going in that fair. It's going to get shot up. I hate that people in the city have to even think that way. You know what I'm saying? I hate it, because, we could think about it in one sense, because we are grown, man. We all done been in the streets, so we know what it's like, but it's like, and now we all family, man. Y'all got kids?
Yeah.
So don't you want to be able to take your kids to the fair without no riffraff, without having to duck no bullets and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
But you know what it take you before then? Mentorship.
Yep.
Like it really take us to
Point them in the right direction.
point them in the right direction, little by little. You know what I'm saying? Even at the fair. Just imagine if you ain't had to just rely on only police. You had grown men like us, like ain't finna let that go down either. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what usually raised me, cause like, man, when I was my mom, man, and my dad and everything, man, you had people in the neighborhood that see you and they see you acting up.
Right.
And man, your mama gonna get you, bro.
Right.
Straighten up, man.
Right.
They ain't got that no more.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
The OGs
ain't that no more.
acting the same age as them.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. Let me ask you this, man. Let me ask you this. Being at the fair, y'all bought the fair and everything. I hope MPD presence is there, but at the same time, I hope the food prices go down. I'm sorry. I had to let that be known because Doug Singer just said the food prices gonna go down. I'm gonna hold your word on that because I'm gonna be there. Man, funnel cake with $9. $9.
Hey, he's saying about polar sauce too. Polar sauce.
Yeah, polar sauce,
And
man.
turkey leg. Turkey leg too.
I'm glad you, man. You write that down, bro.
Y'all know y'all gonna go broke at the fair. That's just
Man,
something you
look,
just gotta know. You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna eat
saying?
before I come, man.
Or bring your little something in your bag. Bring your own polar sauce stuff at that my dog. Bring
Man,
your polar
look.
sauce on the way.
I paid $9 for a funnel cake, man. I paid $9 for a funnel cake. I looked at the funnel cake.
$9.
Man, that's a tank of gas I'm eating.
Hey, man.
$9, man.
The fair expensive though. The fair
So, man,
expensive.
are you gonna be vending out there? Are you gonna be out there?
So this particular year I'm not, man. I got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to do right now, and I said, I mean, the fair I think is cool, you know what I'm saying? But just right now, this year I don't think we're gonna do it, man. We got a lot of stuff already that I'm trying to do and get off the ground. So I just think that weak commitment of the fair it'll take a lot out of my time and the staff. So I want to be smart, you know what I'm saying? But I think people do boom, and see that's the goodest about being in the fair because you know those people that got to pay to be in the fair.
Mm-hmm.
So they normally will probably sell a polar sauce for maybe like $4 or $5, but they got to pay $2,500 to be in the fair.
Oh man,
They got to
make
they got to make their money back, and so that's the only way. And so a lot of people might not even understand why the fair's so high. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that's why they're so high because people got to recoup their money. Like if I spend $2,500 to be out here, and then I got to buy food for a week. Expecting that it's gonna boom, you know what I'm saying?
So that's why the funnel cake was $9.
That's why the funnel cake $9 because he felt like
I feel you. I feel like I got robbed, man.
you didn't get robbed. You didn't get robbed. You just got to enjoy your experience while you was at the fair. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to eat a funnel cake at the fair. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't riding nothing, but when I saw the funnel cake, I said, all right, cool. I can at least enjoy that.
Right.
$9. I said,
right. But I'm gonna go ahead and plug our funnel cakes right now. So we sell funnel cakes at That's My Dog, right? So even if you ever want to just get you a funnel cake on your way to the fair, come on to That's My Dog till you get to a fair. So it's 2414 Lower Wetumpka Road. 2414 Lower Wetumpka Road. Come and support the kids. It's a teenage ran whole operation from the general manager on down. All teenagers. And we sell Polar sausages, Conecuh sausages, hot dogs of any kind. I'm talking about pork, beef, turkey, chicken, veggie. If y'all don't eat meat, come holler at me. I still got you. Got them vegetarian hot dogs. We got chicken wings. We got hot fish, funnel cakes, deep fried Oreos.
hey, hold on. Whoa, wait. Run that back.
I knew they was going to get you right there. I said it for last too. I knew they was going to
over here. Come this way.
We got deep fried Oreos, bro, and them cheesecake bites.
Man, you really gonna say that? And I'm home
say some
right
chili
now,
cheese,
bro.
Right. You got some, boy, you know that chili cheese fries automatic. You know what I'm saying? But we got barbershop.
say no to
We
that.
got barbershop book club fries, bro. They serious crazy. Where we got the ground beef on there, the bacon, the little Conecuh meat, cheese, the peppers and onions on
Man,
the
you
fries,
got-
bro. Smack with a little
Man,
ranch,
you got
the
everybody
Parmesan
home,
cheese.
Ain't gonna be no good to hit that stage at the family.
Yeah, boy, yeah. But still go out and support the people at the fair now. They done pay their money to be in. But holla, we there all the time. We ain't just here for no week. Y'all can holla at That's My Dog Junior anytime. Boy, That's My Dog. We got the carts we usually set up, you know, just different location. Maybe it's on base, downtown in front of Alabama Power, downtown in front of Alley Bar.
That's why I
You know what I'm
first
saying?
seen
So
that, yeah.
come get y'all some hot dogs, man.
So let me
That's
ask
My
you this,
dog.
man. How did you come up with the idea of letting the kids run a restaurant? That's a good idea.
Man, empowerment, man. I just think a lot of our youth don't have exposure, man.
Right.
And I feel like if I could show you now how to be a manager at 16 years old, that's something nobody can take away from you. You know how much managers make at restaurants? Like, you know, if you go down to Zaza's or something like that, or, you know, Winslow's or Dreamland or something, man, that manager's making $40,000 to $50,000.
And it look good on a resume. Experience.
Yeah, but in this experience, because if I could teach you already how to do profit versus loss, you know what I'm saying? How to do your labor, you know what I'm saying? How many people on the clock versus how many people coming in? How to make sure that you control your waste. It's like how to do inventory. Those things, that's what they're looking for. And most companies have to develop you as a manager. Because if you ain't never been a manager, I got to send you on manager training. Well, you know what? I already staged all the labor. I done already did the hard work. I taught them customer service. I done taught them, and now they got the confidence to go in there and manage your shift. Because the biggest thing that you got to do as a manager is manage people.
Right.
That's right.
Put out fires.
Right.
You know, and then that
people
teach them.
person.
That teach them even as a young person conflict resolution.
Right.
At 16 years old, if I know how to, this person look, he wanted lemon pepper, and he got buffalo hot. How do I make him happy?
Yeah.
Well, he already came in with attitude. How do I change his day?
Yeah.
How do I make him happy just because he decided to come into our location? You know what I'm saying?
right.
And so if we can instill those things, just imagine when they get into the community, how they can definitely resolve those kind of conflicts. They could be like, man, there ain't no sense in me fighting with you, man. Or now, you done took those same problem-solving skills from the restaurant, now you're doing it with your homies in the community. Bro, ain't no sense of fighting him, man. Look, if you fight, then like, all y'all gotta do is a misunderstanding. Just talk that out. You mad because of a girl? Who with the girl? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
if you learn how to communicate and put out fires, you could do that anywhere.
Right,
And so that's the thing, man. We just really want to be able to kind of empower them and let them know you don't have to wait till you're grown with a college degree. You could do it now, and I want to show you because I believe in you.
That's for true. All right, so let's touch on this topic. I also seen you a member of Leadership Montgomery.
I am.
Can you get my boss man and he's CFO of the company. He wanted me to join Leadership Montgomery, but when I saw that tuition, I said,
I said the same thing.
So what you do is since that's your boss and he said you should join, you say you should pay. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying?
He did mention, we can work some things out and all. And
Well, let him work it out. You know what I'm saying? Like because
tell me exactly what Leadership Montgomery really
so man,
is for
leadership
people who don't know.
Yeah, Leadership Montgomery really dope. When I was first presented the opportunity, I thought the same thing. They're like, oh, $2,000 to be, the devil is like I don't got that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the person that walked me through it because somebody believed in me. And so the person that told me about it, Ms. Rhonda Walker, she was like, look, Charles, if you can handle the application fee, I'll make sure that we take care of this tuition. You know what I'm saying? Because she believed in me and she was like, you need to do it. And I'm like, man, well, since she spent this money, I got to make sure I take advantage of this opportunity. It was a blessing, bro. We came in there like 42 people, different races, some politics. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was different bosses. You know what I'm saying? It was just a different experience, but we all got the vibe because we went in there like 42 strangers. Black, white, fat, some skinny, you know what I'm saying? But then at the end, we walked out as family. Like I call them people any time right now, and I know they got my back because we went through the whole journey together. You know what I'm saying? And so it's dope because it gives you a chance to see the whole city. You know what I'm saying? If you're from the west side or the south side, you only just really kind of just hang out there. But it's so much cool stuff in the city that you don't get to see. And so Leadership Montgomery, they build something for the whole year where you get to see everything, and not just the hood. You know what I'm saying? You get to see the good parts of the city, the hidden gems of the city, you know what I'm saying? Because they done took time to develop what are key places in the city. Then they had this little thing where you do with the police ride along. Where you get to ride with the police for a whole shift. So it's 12 hours from 6 to 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening, 6 in the evening to 6 in the morning. And you get to really experience what they see. Because, I'm like, what police do all that, man? I just be eating donuts, chilling, you know what I'm saying? But then I rode with the police officer and I seen what they were doing, bro. And I was like, bro, it's a lot. Bro, like, so my first hour, we went to a family dispute. They arguing in the street. So they're like, bro, I'm like, ooh, somebody finna shoot each other. I'm like, okay. So that was my that was the first call. The next call was a dead body. So we had to go, it was a dead body. It was a lady, she was cooking and she died. So she just, fell out. So now we had to go over there because the police department, if they go on a dead body, I think it's called a Blue 13 or something like that. If they go on one of those calls, now they got to stand over the dead body until the funeral home come and get them. So now I'm just over here. I ain't chilling. I'm mourning. I'm sad. This poor lady, her family coming. They all crying. Mama, no. It was too much for me. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then somebody across the street, they playing they playing Sweet Say It. They just making me want to cry. So now I'm in my feelings, right? But now the nurses, now the funeral home come. And they take the body, and now we got another call. There's a robbery at Donald General. So now we got to ride to the robbery. And I'm like, hold on, bro. I'm still mourning my loss over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm still emotionally.
Constant calls.
It's constant, bro. We went from there now. We got to figure out because it's a whole robbery situation. I'm like, bro, well, I don't got no vest on, so I'm going to let you handle this. I don't get paid. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let you handle that right there. You know what I'm saying? But then, After that, we had a call where a dude was trying to kicking the door or whatever. And she like, hey, y'all, remember he trying to get in, he kicking the door. So we scoop over there, and now we can't find the dude, but it's her. She got a bloody hammer in her hand. There's a drill. It's just so much. And so I know officers, they go through a lot, bro.
That's traumatized now.
Traumatized. You got, bro, I was there with you one day, and I'm traumatized. It's just too much for me going on in one day.
Right.
But you deal with that every day, so just trying to learn how to balance those emotions and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Then we got to ride along with the fire department. So we got to see what they do. Because I'm just like, bro, what y'all be doing all this shit? Working out. Y'all be trying to get the six-pack good. Bro, but they do more work than the police. Yeah. Because they 911. So any call, people say, I can't breathe. They got to hop in the truck and get out there. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it take a team of them. See, officers can do it alone. Right. But the fire department, it take all of them to even just drive the truck. Somebody got to be over here on this side, make sure stuff cool. Somebody got to get out of the park. Everybody got to roll on this big old truck. You know what I'm saying? And they get every call, bro. Like when I say somebody call, people call, be like, "Hey, I'm calling, I can't breathe." They come, they be like, "Well, can I get you to the emergency room?" No, I'm chilling. I want. So they done wasted all that gas just to come.
I actually tried to get on the fire department and all and everything, man. I got to the I got all the way to the polygraph test, and I always try to make sure.
What, you got the line or something?
No, huh?
You said you got to the polygraph
test.
I
got to the polygraph test. I'm real. Hey, no,
you got the line or something? What happened?
No, I told the truth. I told the truth.
You was too truthful with it.
I was too truthful.
Oh, okay. I had thought you failed, bro.
I thought he failed too. I'm like, he got nothing about yeah, I never smoked weed.
You're crazy, man.
Listen, that was the question. The chief asked me, I can't remember that chief name at the time. He asked me, he said, how long has it been since you smoked weed? No, he asked me at first, have you ever smoked weed? I said, yes. He said, how long has it been since you smoked marijuana? I said, been about 5 years. He said, you can't be on 5. He said, it got to be 10 years.
5 years?
Yep.
That machine went
That's
like
a good little while. Dang. 10 years of no.
So you got at least 10 years. No marijuana.
See, I never knew that. I never knew that. And I guess rules are rules, but that do seem targeted because, you know what I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know. That's a whole nother.
So you said lady name is Rhonda Walker?
Yeah. County Commission.
Miss Rhonda Walker, if you watching, holler at your boy.
Yeah.
Get me on, man. I ain't trying to ride with no police, no fire.
You ain't trying to ride. You can't join the class if you ain't trying to ride. But who you work for?
I ride with the ambulance.
You work with the ambulance?
Nah, man. I work at Lowe's Home Improvement.
Lowe's? Which Lowe's?
In Wetumpka.
Oh, so that's the lady is y'all store manager. Because I got a good relationship with the Lowe's, like Rod that's over here in Montgomery, and then Craig that's over in Prattville. I haven't met y'all, but if you express to her, bro, that's what I'm telling y'all. It's for y'all boss, bro. It's leadership development. It's good quality that come out of that. So if your boss telling you, hey, you need to go, he should look into investing that into you because it's only going to make you a better employee.
He told me just let him know. You know, just
let him know. It's a good class to go through. YouTube, man, what we need to talk. What's her name?
Ooh.
Your boss.
Oh.
Why you shouting out my homie Rhonda Walker? Let's shout out your boss. What's her at Lowe's?
Miss Rhonda will holler the player.
She do a lot of good, but you know, we got a long relationship. She been seeing me work in the community for the last 13 years. So she like, Charles, you got the hood. You got that. You straight on that part. But we need to teach you how to be professional. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was lacking. I'm still just only the hood. You know what I'm saying? Right. And sometimes you got to learn how to be professional too because God is raising me on different levels. Right. And I'm still stuck back here. But that helped me to elevate to be like, okay, now because even in association. I just usually associate with myself with people that just like me. But they help me diversify who I hung around. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I get to hang around people that I would never have hung around because that just wasn't my crew of people. Right. But now I love these people to death. Like I'm talking about from every female to every male. We are a family, bro. We go to church and everything on Sundays together. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, and everybody go to different churches. Like sometimes they come to the black church, we go to the white churches. It's a good family mix. You know what I'm saying?
First off, no. I wouldn't go to a white church. I'm gonna tell you why. Ain't no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know you go to a black church, you used to the drum and the guitar and the sax. You go to a white church, you ain't getting none of that. It's gonna be straight choir.
That's not true.
What white church you have been to?
See, I used to go to Faulkner, right?
Oh, that's why.
Faulkner had chapel.
Oh, the Lord. Let me not.
They had
shout
chapel.
out to Faulkner. I love Faulkner.
Faulkner had chapel. Right. You know, they ain't had not one piano. They ain't had one guitar. They ain't had no drum. You just had to be in there just singing with no beat. Everybody off beat. Come on, man. How you sing off beat when we ain't got no beat?
So they are different. And I'm trying to remember their denomination. I want to say they
You talking about Faulkner?
yeah. What's the
like
Christian?
Christian.
It's not. They're a certain kind of Christian.
Yeah, it's a certain.
I'm trying
kind
to
of Christian.
because
something like that.
nah, it's dang, because the person what we bought our building from, they were the same kind.
way.
Dang, because they just didn't believe in instruments. You know what I'm saying? But that's not because there's some black churches that don't believe in instruments too.
It was
you know
more
what
like
I'm
a culture shock. Man, I'm like, man.
That's what. So you went to that one white church and never decided to go back?
Right.
You can't get one bad.
man.
You can't get one bad
sorry,
hamburger.
man.
You can't get one bad hamburger from
Man.
one place and say I ain't never eaten hamburger from nobody.
You used to go into a black church and you see an old lady in the choir named Selma. She finna get down.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Selma got the drums, sax, piano, all that.
Okay.
You
So
go
what
to
you
Faulkner.
doing this Sunday? I'm taking you to a white church that I know get down. You know what I'm
In
saying?
Montgomery?
Oh, there's a couple of them now.
man, what's that?
I ain't gonna say they all white. They diverse now. They got some black people in there too
okay.
now. You know what I'm saying?
This was 100% white.
The main focus is God, though.
Right, that's the main focus.
So,
I
you
mean,
know
how
what
you
I'm
gonna-
saying? It's not. We're not gonna make it about black and white.
I feel you.
About
But
this
you know-
is God. You know what I'm saying?
When you so used to going to black church and hearing the beat and the rhythm and the drum and then the choir getting off and then you just walk in here and you
So
be
it
like,
sounds like you really just used to tradition.
You used to your
right,
traditional
this is my
church.
traditional.
And I like that too. Like I grew up in the church, bro. They hot to the bus seeing somebody praying
Right,
like this.
right.
Wow, like you wrestling. Like,
And then you walk in the white church, dude, you're calm. Like Jesus is gonna bless you, and
Right.
your family is gonna be great, and hallelujah, brother. And what you gonna do when you see that, man? You be like, man, what?
But
I ain't used
the
that.
comedian of the show, so
Oh yeah, he is a comedian. I don't think he's a racist. Don't know.
I ain't no
Yeah,
racist. I'm not racist. But I'm just saying,
But-
like, you just walk into the church and you see a dude talking proper and calm.
Yeah.
But you used to go to your church, you be like, they be hollering and
It's
screaming.
crunk. It's crunk, right? It's
Crunking them,
crunk.
man.
And so that's why, but we gonna. I want you to get some diversity in your life. Try some different stuff. I ain't trying to take you out your church because you're supposed to stay where you feel blessed at. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But I don't want you to just feel like these churches because some all churches different. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
you go to some church like when I go to different churches, I think I learn different stuff.
That's
Right.
right.
Even when I hang with my white friends, I learn different stuff. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Just like, but see, I'm real multicultural, y'all. Like I really hang with everybody. I hang
Me
with
too. That's
Latins.
exactly how
I
I
hang
am.
with Asian
Yeah.
people. I hang with black people. You know what I'm saying? And I love my people. Now I love black people. I love to learn so much different stuff. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you only hang with one set of people, you robbing yourself so many different cultural experiences.
That's true.
If you ain't ever party with some Mexicans till 6 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
drinking Coronas and wondering like when this party gonna end, like you gotta really, you know what I'm saying, kind of hang out.
That's
And
true.
even with Asian people, man, everybody cool. You gotta really you can't just shut people out because this is only what you used to. You gotta open your mind to different stuff. That way, now you'll get to learn, you get to hang with your white friends. Oh, what is it about? Portfolios. Oh, stock. Oh,
Right.
well, what is this about?
Money marketing. all that
Sir,
stuff.
my white friend, please do tell. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you want me to tell you about the
Right.
hood, and I got you on that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then my Asian people, same thing. You know what I'm saying? My Latin people, it's like we gotta learn from each other. It ain't by coincidence we all here together.
That's right.
God, if God only just wanted it to be one way, He would have made one way.
That's right.
He made all these other ways because He knew we could learn and grow from each other.
And that's what we gotta get to the mindset of all working together, coming together, not seeing color, but just seeing people. That's what we gotta do.
Right. And you can see color because I think that helps you identify the culture. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be like, well, and you can identify, you can call that spade a spade, but respect that. You know what I'm saying? It should be no argument because I love fried chicken and you love green bean casserole. I can respect that you grew up on green bean casserole, I grew up on fried chicken. What we could do is we can get together and make some fried chicken casserole. You know what I'm saying? Well, I can get with my Spanish people, let's make a great fried chicken taco. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about connecting, man, taking what's great about everything and putting it together. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I just feel like it's a lot of growth. And I used to be, bro, before I got outside of my comfort zone and see, I got a white wife. You know what I'm saying? And so, before I was dealing with her, I really didn't even know nothing about the white culture. You know what I'm saying? I just really feel like I feel the same way, just strictly about white people. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like they not for us. You know what I'm saying? And my mama and them, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of how they were. You know what I'm saying? I can't even say what they usually say on it, but it was just kind of that way.
I think we all had that.
But when I met her, it was different. Like we got to learn from each other. Like when we got our first apartment, bro. Bro, I ain't never in my life. So we got together when I was 18, we young, but I have never lived without roaches. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was worldwide. I ain't think you could live without roaches. You know what I'm saying? Because it might sound dumb.
No, that's real.
But growing up, I have every house we moved to had roaches, so I just thought that and then I got with her, our first little apartment, she running outside like she called me on the phone, I'm at work, babe, you gotta come here, babe, you gotta come, like, what, they trying to rob you? You know where the gun at? Like, oh. She like, bro, it's roaches in here. I'm like, girl, you done call me for this? Like, girl, you don't stomp on this thing, you just hit them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but she wasn't used to them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was the first thing. She like, bro, everybody don't gotta have roaches. Like, bro, they got stuff for this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so even when I went back to my family, like, look, we don't gotta have roaches no more. They like, bro, you acting bougie now, you messing with that white girl, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to tell y'all the secret. Like, this all you gotta do, bomb the house. Cause we used to bomb it, but I guess when you in a community where everybody, you know what I'm saying, even if you bomb your house, they come right back. But she was just, you know what I'm saying, kind of gave me game, so it was just like, it's different.
Yeah.
And then I feel like with her privileges, it opened up the door to other people like me learning other people, you know what I'm saying? Open up the door to other white people who were like, oh, well, she's willing, let's talk to them. And then, because they had to break me out of saying, okay, well, I'll open up to y'all, let's talk, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
and as I talked, they was opening up to like, hey, well, I know you work in a restaurant, but why don't you think about owning a restaurant? How do you own a restaurant? Oh, it's easy. This is what you do, you know what I'm saying? So it's like being around that, it opened up doors.
Open up your brain too.
Because the other people I wasn't around, they weren't opening up businesses. So, you know what I'm saying? They know how to excel at work. They know how to get a job. Look, bro, they hire, you know what I'm saying? But they couldn't tell me. And then, you know, I started selling crack when I was 11. Mm-hmm. But I started selling crack when I was 11 because my big cousin showed me. We were hungry. I had two sisters that get pregnant at a very young age. And they came to me like, we hungry.
So get it.
So I went to him, bro, and he showed me how to cook crack at 11. He only showed me because that's what he knew. Mm-hmm. If he knew how to start a bow tie business or a cologne business or something like that, I'm sure he would have gave me that game. But he showed you what he do. And then he told me, bro, 11 years old, he like, bro, because I told him like we were hungry. He like, this your food right here, bro. And I'm like, bro, I ain't that hungry. You know what I'm saying? He like, this is how you'll never go hungry for the rest of your life. And he taught me that, bro, I have been hustling ever since I've been 11. I have learned how to change from selling crack to selling hot dogs. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's the transition that I do every day to try to inspire people like, this is how, because if you selling crack, you're an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Even if you breaking the houses and selling these TVs, you're an entrepreneur. You know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Right. But let me flip it so you know how to do it the right way. Right. And make it longevity, right? And some passed downable to your kids. Because we know about riches. We know about working every day to flash and get some Mercedes and cars and all that, big house, but we don't know nothing about wealth. Right. And wealth is a financial system to build down to your family. You know what I'm saying? Well, you could definitely build something. We could pass it on down to your son. He can light the fire with it now. He could build more stuff to it than his son can do. And now they never have to go and work for somebody else because now they got a family business. You know what I'm saying? And so, but if I never get taught the game, how am I going to teach somebody else? All right. You know what I'm saying? And so it's beneficial hanging with different people, hanging with different coaches. Because I can't lie, I learn something every time.
Oh, that's absolutely right, man. So we're going to get into the last segment of the show, man.
I was just about to say, boy, y'all viewers might stay on for a long time. We've been here for I don't know how long. It's hot. I'm sweating all under my titties up in here.
We're going to give you the flow, and once again, you know, to give your address to your business. I mean, advertise your business, tell them where they can find you and everything.
All right, so yeah, that's my dog. Y'all already know. Y'all can find us posted up. Y'all can definitely like the page. That's how y'all follow the story, man. Go on. That's my dog, Montgomery. Click like, man. Then go to That's My Child. Click like. Go to That's My Dog Junior. Click like. That's where you get to keep up with us every single day, right? But That's My Dog. You'll find us definitely downtown in front of the Power Company. And you can find us That's My Dog Junior 2414 Lower Wetumpka Road. Bro, the campus is so awesome. Like, y'all got to come and take a tour. We don't just do the hot dogs there. We have 4 buildings where we do a lot of mentoring. We got one yellow building that's all strictly about education. That's where we bring our students for tutoring, ACT preps, making sure that they're good and they're trained. Because if we bring them in, it's our job to educate them, right? Then we have a purple building that's all about fitness, where we got dance teams. Shout out to TMC Cheetahs. You know what I'm saying? Like going down. So they have a couple different dance teams. Then we have the green building in the back, and it's for young entrepreneurs. We have a whole incubator where young entrepreneurs who come in there and run their own business, whether it's cologne, shirts, a bow tie. And see, that's what you take from it. If you were selling drugs at 11 years old, you got to go back and make sure that the next 11-year-old don't have to sell drugs at 11. Right. And the only way you can do that is by opening up opportunities. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so being able to open up opportunities so young people. So I encourage all of y'all, man, come out to 2414, take a tour, learn how you can get involved. I know y'all on Instagram and Twitter talking about this crime and stuff like that, but we need you. We need you to get involved. So come by, man. See if you can mentor a child, tutor a child. Like, that's what's going to make the difference in the city. Everybody playing just a small part.
That's right, man. So we going to get ready to tune out people, man. We thank y'all for tuning in again, man. Charles, we love what you're doing, brother.
That's my dog. Man, I'm glad y'all invited me out. This been dope, man. This been dope. And if we could do one thing, man, if y'all, I don't even know if we could shout out the platform or whatever, but, bro, like, being in this studio is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling y'all, y'all like, man, come be on the show. I ain't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, this is nice. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all need a setup like this or something like this where y'all need somebody to kind of come in and somebody to do a talk show, if y'all want to do a talk show, man, there's a young brother right here behind this camera. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? So support his business. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is the platform that we on now. So log on to the platform, man. Support the man. Got a whole photography studio. Man, they doing good. There's a whole building down here with young entrepreneurs. All I'm talking about all black guys. They ain't in here trapping. Well, I don't think they is. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But bro, they in here running businesses, bro. Studios, photography studios, their platform, bro. Y'all, I wish I see the camera. It's so professional. I'm just used to live. I want to take the phone so y'all can see around. It's nice in here, bro. Then they give you water and everything when you come. And then they try to give you some gum, but maybe they don't got it in their car or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But bro, this is a dope. And so even if you don't support what we do at That My Child, man, come down here and support these brothers. These are brothers that's trying to do something, man. A whole building in front of young black entrepreneurs. Somebody got to come and get involved. And if you don't get involved, come and invest or come and break bread with them. If you need a photographer, come and support them, man. If you need a TV show like this, you be like, man, I always want to do a TV show. Hit them up. They make it so easy.
Right.
We on this TV show because he did all the work. You know what I'm saying?
All the work, man.
Come on down, man. Support. That's how we get better as a community, by supporting each other, not hating on each other. Not talking about, man, I'm better than yours, I'm hating. Man, support what they got going on, man. So that's my dog, and that's it.
That's it, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to Wake Up Montgomery.
Yo.
Peace.